Welcome to KoalaGains, where our AI agent helps you evaluate different crowdfunding projects to find the right investment opportunity for you. So let's begin. The project that we're looking today is SmartDrone. And here we can see we have the detailed report of SmartDrone for different measures. Before we examine the report, let's move to the crowdfunding project to see what the project is about. And here we can see the crowdfunding platform is Start Engine, and SmartDrone is a USA drone company. They already have 1.5 million in revenue, and they also have a year-of-year growth of 94%. We can see details like that they have already raised over $726,000 from 310 investors, and the valuation that they currently have is $10.81 million. We can see they have some reasons to invest, which involves their revenue, their year-on-year growth, as we've already looked at, and some of the stats like the addressable market that is valued at $95 billion, which is projected to hit $689 billion by 2030. And if we keep scrolling down, we can see information regarding the team, some more stats for the project, of their revenue growth, the projects that they've completed, states that they have served. We can then see some future projections for the market, some details about the drones, and some other details. So let's move to the crowdfunding platform to look at the report in detail. Here we can see we initially have the summary of the project where we have the details summarized for you to showcase what the project is about. And if we take the glimpse of the spider web, we can see that for traction, execution and speed and valuation, the project is performing really good. However, it is lacking some performance in founder and team, financial health, and market opportunity. The links that have been used are the crowdfunding link, the website link, the SEC recent filing link, and here we have the 6 evaluation criteria with their detail. So let's look at the founder and team first. For founder and team, we can see that the agent was not able to find the LinkedIn profile. However, it has been able to fetch the data from the crowdfunding project. And we can see that the CEO is Robert, who has over 25 plus years of entrepreneurial experience across multiple industries, and he founded SmartDrone in 2020. You can then see details about working as an executive VP for SmartDrone, previously working as a systems engineer, system architect, and many other roles. Similarly, we have the details about their secretary and treasurer. Again, we have the profile and experiences. And underneath, we have the summary section, which combines the detail of all the team members and evaluate them against the general profile information, the past experiences that are present, the previous startup experience, length of involvement, and any exceptional achievements that they might have. For example, if you look at the last one, we can see that although all the team members have strong professional backgrounds, but they have not mentioned any exceptional achievements in their LinkedIn profile or in the startup page. Now let's look at the other reports. The next report we are looking at is traction. And if we consider the evidence of market validation, we can see that they have completed nearly 200 projects that has been done in 18 states, and they have formed partnerships with 36 companies. So if we go to the Start Engine page, we can see similar details right over here under the page. So we have details about the projects completed, states served, and the partnerships that they have formed. Similarly, if we look at number of paying users or customers, we can see again they have good performance, and this has been done by how SmartDrone has engaged with over 900 surveyors. And similarly, we can also see this information on the Start Engine page by just scrolling a bit down. And under the problem and the solution, we can see that we have the detail right over here of how they have engaged with 900 surveyors. Similarly, we can see that they are also performing good for revenue generation, growth rate, and partnerships and collaborations. So let's move to the next report. Now let's look into market opportunity. Now for market opportunity, first of all, we have the total addressable market, and we can see that the market for drone is expected to reach $689 billion by 2030. And we can see the similar information present under reason to invest in the third point. The next submeasure that we have is the serviceable obtainable market, and our agent has calculated it to be at $500 million. And the factors that it has considered to come up with this calculation are the current sales, the market reach, and unique value proposition. Now, if we talk about the competition market positioning, we can notice that the agent has found that the market is competitive, but with less than 5% of surveyors using the drone technology, it means that there's a good opportunity. But due to the presence of similar businesses, it is a very competitive environment to excel in. Next, if we talk about the profit margins, we can see that we have used the startup's financial statements available on the SEC and the industry profit margin benchmarks. And the net loss for the company was over $1.5 million, which suggests a need for better profitability. And we can see the agent has based this evaluation on the industry benchmarks that are available. Lastly, we have the growth rate evaluation, and we can see that since the startup has achieved 94% year-on-year growth in revenue, so it performs really good for growth year evaluation. We can see that this similar detail was also present on the search engine platform right under reason to invest in the first point. Now let's move to the next report. The next report at hand is execution and speed. Under execution and speed, we can see that the project has performed well on all the submeasures. So if we first of all consider the market validation evidence, that is evident as the company has already completed nearly 200 projects and in multiple states. And with that, they have also formed 26 partnerships. Similarly, for paid orders and customer base, we can see that they already have generated $1.5 million in revenue, and that means a 94% year-on-year growth, and hence suggesting a strong customer base and good number of paid orders. Next, if we talk about the product iterations and progress, we can see that they have also performed good for this submeasure as they offer both full stack solution, including drone manufacturing and the software development as well. Similarly, we can see for growth speed and overall progress, and for industry comparison and competitive position, the AI has found that the project is performing well. So let's move to the next report. The next report under consideration is valuation. And here we assess the valuation based on several measures. So initially we have the valuation based on industry and market size. And as we've already seen that the market size is expected to go from $95 billion to all the way to $689 billion by 2030. Hence performing good on this measure. Similarly, if we base the valuation on traction and progress, the revenue of $1.5 million, which has been achieved by a 94% year-on-year growth by completing 200 projects in multiple states, means that they have a healthy traction. Likewise, if we go to the past sales, they already have a revenue of $1.5 million, again reflecting their good number of sales. And similarly, we can see that they are performing good if the valuation is based on future revenue projections and the profit margins and future profits. So let's move to our final report. The final report we have is the financial health. And we can see that they have performed good on the yearly revenue and the growth rate, as we have discussed earlier as well. But if we talk about burn rate and runway, we can see that they have a negative net income, which indicates a very high burn rate. And with total assets of $623,000 and cash reserves of $124,000, the runway can be limited. Similarly, if we talk about fund utilization efficiency, then the agent has found that the high net loss relative to the revenue can be a cause of concern. And if we look at the clarity of new funds allocation, we can see that they have raised over $600,000, but there's limited information regarding how these funds will be allocated, which adds uncertainty. And finally, if we talk about the overall financial health, then the agent believes that although there is an impressive revenue growth, but due to the high burn rate and short runway and the lack of clear fund allocation, the plan possesses high risks. And there's a need for the company to work for these measures to improve the overall financial health. And this concludes our AI analysis of smart drones. See you in the next one.